Hi, my name is Dante Leonardi, and this is my intellectual AV mix for AFAS 160. For my presentation, I wanted to talk about hip hop and how it is directly related to African American culture. Hip hop became popular in the 1970s and is still a very big part of music today. Hip hop originated in the Bronx and was a way for African Americans to express themselves, their lives, and their culture in a way of songs. When people think of hip hop music nowadays, they commonly associate the genre with a negative connotation. In many ways, they describe hip hop as violence, profanity, and crime. Dating back to when hip hop first started to become a popular genre, the roots of hip hop were based on social justice, peace, respect, self worth, community, and having fun. Many hip hop artists express these ideas through their lyrics, and although today's hip hop is not usually about these strong values, there are still plenty of artists who still talk about these values that hip hop was originally based on. Over the years, hip hop has always been evolving, and to this day it still is. Bands and artists from Run DMC to Tupac Shakur to Jay-Z to Kodak Black and all the artists in between have their different values and flows that make them all unique in their own songs. One artist that very well embodies the values of hip hop was originally based on is Jermaine Lamar Cole, otherwise known as J. Cole. His lyrics exemplify African American pride and what it means to be an African American in America. One of J. Cole's more recent albums, For Your Eyes Only, dives into the realities and struggles of being an African American in America today with songs such as Neighbors. Neighbors relates to us how, in his own experience, he has been racially profiled for just being an African American.
Watch this shit. He about to bust into the house right now. You can count him up. Boom. Boom.
That shit was real.
Boom. We're in. That's just the front. Now watch this motherfucker in the back. He just knows he's busting into a drug room right now. He knows it. He's so sure. Got it. No, nigga, it's the fucking outside, you idiot. Yeah, he looks stupid right now. Now this the slick shit. That's my pool stick, by the way. Watch what they do when they find out black people got cameras too. Look at this shit.
In that video, J. Cole shows us the footage from his security cameras at home of how he was raided because his neighbors were suspicious that he was selling drugs, which in fact he was not. So his neighbors called the authorities and had his house raided because he was black, and they thought just because that he was doing illegal stuff like selling drugs. Another hip-hop artist that is very well known is Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur's message through his music was strong and conveyed the problems that he and other African Americans have dealt with here in America. Tupac's song Changes relates to us his message of police injustices, death, struggles of being poor, and racism.
We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, with the civil rights movement. We was asking, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're going to do? And we shouldn't be angry. And my raps that I'm rapping to my community shouldn't be filled with rage. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be filled with the same atrocities that they gave to me. In the media, they don't talk about it. So in my raps, I have to talk about it. And it just seems foreign because there's no one else talking about it.
In that video, Tupac Shakur is in an interview in 1994, and he is talking about how he feels that African Americans are mistreated and they are not given the same opportunities that other people are here in America, that if something soon doesn't change, they are going to end up doing something about it. These are only a couple of examples of the way that African Americans have incorporated themselves into hip hop and how hip hop culture actually is. They are talking about their ways of fighting injustices, keeping peace, and relating what truly goes on in their everyday lives through hip hop and music. They relate to us how they are mistreated and how certain things are different for others and how they all want the same, but so far nothing has changed yet.